Most people believe that investing is a simple and transparent process. You open an app, choose an asset, place an order, and assume that you now own a piece of something valuable. The interface is clean, the confirmation is instant, and everything feels under your control. This experience creates the impression that modern investing is fast, direct, and efficient. However, what you see on your screen is only a small part of a much larger system that operates quietly in the background. The modern investment system was not designed for individuals using smartphones. It was built decades ago for large financial institutions that needed a way to trade massive volumes of assets while minimizing counterparty risk. As a result, the system prioritizes institutional trust and legal certainty over speed and transparency. What feels instant to the investor is actually the beginning of a long and complex process involving multiple layers of intermediaries. When you place a buy order for a stock or fund, your broker does not immediately transfer ownership to you. Instead, the broker records your order internally and sends it to a stock exchange for execution. Once the trade is matched with a seller, the transaction is considered executed, but it is not yet completed. At this stage, no money has fully changed hands, and no legal ownership has officially moved. After execution, the trade enters a process known as clearing and settlement. During clearing, financial institutions confirm the details of the transaction, verify that both parties can meet their obligations, and prepare the transfer of assets and cash. This process exists to reduce risk, but it also introduces delays and complexity. Settlement is the final step, where ownership records are updated and money is actually transferred between institutions. One of the most misunderstood aspects of this system is ownership. Most investors assume that when they buy an investment, their name is recorded as the legal owner. In reality, this is rarely the case. The official ownership records are usually held in the name of a broker, custodian, or nominee company. The investor is listed as the beneficial owner, meaning they have economic rights, but not direct legal control over the asset. This structure means that your investment exists as an entry in multiple databases rather than as a single, transparent record. Your broker keeps one record, the custodian keeps another, and a central securities depository maintains the master ledger. These records must constantly be reconciled to ensure that everyone agrees on who owns what. Any mismatch between these systems can create delays, disputes, or even losses. The reason this system still exists is not because it is efficient, but because it is trusted by large institutions. The financial world relies on intermediaries to manage risk, enforce rules, and resolve disputes. Each intermediary reduces certain risks while introducing new ones, such as operational failures, legal complications, and systemic fragility. The more layers involved, the more points of failure are created. This complexity also explains why investment transactions do not settle instantly. Even in a digital world, the traditional financial system operates on delayed settlement cycles, often taking 2 or 3 days to finalize a transaction. During this time, both parties are exposed to settlement risk, meaning one side could fail before the transaction is completed. This risk is managed through collateral, guarantees, and regulations, all of which add cost to the system. For most investors, these processes remain invisible unless something goes wrong. When markets are calm, the system appears to function smoothly. During periods of stress, however, the hidden mechanics become visible through frozen accounts, delayed trades, and unexpected restrictions. These moments reveal how dependent individual investors are on institutions they do not control. The investment system works, but not in the way most people imagine. It is not a direct relationship between you and your assets. It is a network of institutions, records, and legal agreements designed to serve a financial world that existed long before real-time technology. Understanding this reality is the first step toward understanding why the system is now being challenged. We will examine an even more important question. If your name is not on the official records, then who really owns your investments? And what does that mean for your financial future?